Welcome to Symphonia Partners for Possibility LC11 celebration. This has been a partnership that has been going on for a year. I'm not going to say too much about it. By the end of tonight, you're going to know exactly what it's all about. These guys sitting up front here are the stars of the show. And I'd like to start by calling Neville and Martin up to talk about their partnership.
Hi everyone, and thank you for all the people who've come here to support me tonight. It's brilliant that you are here. At our first meeting together, being the sort of corporate arsehole that I am, I asked Martin to bring his school plan, his budget, and his organization chart along with him. You know? And of course he didn't have any of those things, but now we do. When we actually sat down, and Martin knows his school like the back of his hand, when we actually sat down and drew up an organization chart, I found that he had 26 people, excluding the teachers, reporting directly to him. So my corporate buddies would know that that is not possible. So we were able to restructure this, and we now have an organization chart by creating some middle management that in time will get down to 8 reports, people that report directly to him. And this, together with other measures we implemented, enabled Martin to move attention away from looking after the admin of the school, if you like, to focus on looking after the kids. Martin and I have spent 5 days on formal training courses together, and it was great for me to see his eyes light up during these training courses as he discovered stuff that he could implement in his school and improve relationships with his staff and his bosses. We have, I think, achieved most of that plan during the course of this year, maybe with the exception of the training of the SGB and involvement of our parents and community, but we have plans to achieve those during this coming year. And I believe I have changed, me personally, from being a complaining consumer to becoming an active citizen. And I'm much more positive about South Africa and our future. I think the PFP model is just such a clever one, where they're not only getting funding from businesses, but they're getting experience and skills that come with that money. And as a leadership development program for business leaders, I personally have found it life-changing. I've met many school principals and many business leaders, and there's not one who hasn't raved about what they have learned and the benefits they've gained. Thank you, PFP.
Thanks to, Neville, because at first I couldn't see how, from his experience as a business leader, would he actually link and fit into, a school setup. But it actually came up with very positive results. And then there was also the issue around, finances, because you must understand finances are very, very, very thorny issue in schools. We read about a lot of, issues almost every day. Allegations about mismanagement of funds and what, and all that because of there are no proper systems in place, especially in schools. So we managed to organize, a financial training course for our admin staff through QuickBooks. And as I speak today, 2 of them were at QuickBooks in Melrose for a follow-up training. And all that, thanks to the partnership and also support from Neville and Westbank. And then as for the team building, because we had quite a lot of issues in the school where old people were coming up with old issues, new people coming into the school and not decided as to which way to go and all that. So the team building session through Westbank came up with very, 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 very positive results. Because as I speak, all the time just like yesterday we had a school governing body meeting, and somebody was quoting from what we learned from the session to say, look, we need to start from empty and not harbor a lot of unnecessary. So thanks to the team from West Bank, you did a very great job. We are still engaged in looking at establishing a reading program because, as you know, reading is a challenge in schools, especially now that children find themselves in a multicultural society and their home languages are now being compromised and all those kind of things. That in itself, you know, given even the past requirements that if you fail your home language, then you cannot progress to the next grade. So also West Bank is there through Neville. You know, we are actually structuring a reading program on Saturdays, you know. So all those other areas which we could not actually, but most of our plan we have actually achieved. And then also the modules, the 3 modules, time to think, flawless consulting, and art of community building, because that in itself also assisted me a lot in terms of interacting with people, giving them an opportunity to think for themselves and not actually coming up with answers whenever people are stuck in situations. So that actually, those kind of concepts there are actually practical. So I'm actually going out and, you know, talking about a lot about PFP and also encouraging other principals to actually join the fray and become better principals so that at the end of the day in our schools there are less conflicts and there is actually, we promote, you know, labor peace in schools. So through PFP, I would like to say thank you very much.